of Management Studies IGNOU presents an audio book on the course Mmpc 011 titled Social Processes and Behavioral Issues for MBA Program. Presenting Block 3 titled Interpersonal and Group Processes. Unit 8 Group Dynamics and Team Building Part 1.
Objectives. After studying this unit, you will be able to 1. Discuss the concept and nature of group. 2. Describe the stages of group development. 3. Explain the determinants of group productivity. 4. Discuss the nature and type of teams. 5. Elucidate effective team building. And 6. Discuss the problems affecting teamwork. Introduction. Think of the activities that can be carried out better as a group than as an individual. For example, shifting a piece of heavy furniture, planning a picnic or an event in an organization, coming up with solution to certain crucial and complex problems. Though it is possible that some of the activities can be carried out at individual level, but these activities can also be more effectively carried out when in group. While shifting a piece of heavy furniture, the task will be easier and will take less time when say 4 to 5 people are involved than when it is done by a single individual. While planning a picnic or event as well, when in group, there will be different perspectives and viewpoints that will contribute to the planning process. While dealing with the crucial and complex problem as well, when in group, a number of possible solutions will be identified and discussions can take place with regard how the problem can be solved adequately. Thus, there could be a number of advantages while working in a group, though there could be some limitations as well. Similarly, in this context, we can also discuss about teams. Teams can be differentiated from groups, and this will also be focused on in the present unit. Teams could bring to our mind mainly sports-related teams, like a cricket team or football team, and so on. Though, there are a number of teams in an organizational setup as well that work towards achieving different tasks in an organization. The focus of present unit is thus on group dynamics and team building. The concept and nature of group. Each of us has been a part of a group at some point of time or other, and if even a lay person is asked to describe what group is, he or she will probably describe it as consisting of 2 or more persons. This in a way is correct description of what a group is, but a group is definitely more than this and can be described as 2 or more individuals who are interacting with each other as well as interdependent. Further, these individuals are involved in achieving a common goal or an objective. There are various definitions of group that can be stated as, according to Fernham, a group is made up of persons, more than 2, which is a dyad, who communicate regularly, share goals and interact with each other over time, so building up affective bonds. Jones defined group as 2 or more people interacting interdependently to achieve a common goal. Group can also be defined as 2 or more people with common interests, objectives, and continuing interaction. Hersey explained that a group is 2 or more individuals interacting in which the existence of all is necessary for the needs of the individual group members to be satisfied. One of the common elements in all the above definitions is that a group is considered as constituting 2 or more individuals, though they also stress that there is common objectives, interests, and goals that the group wants to achieve, and thus the members of the group have to work in tandem with each other and are also interdependent in order to effectively achieve the common goals set by the members of the group. Groups are of extreme importance in an organizational setup mainly because the larger goals of the organization are achieved by the various groups in an organization. Singh Nirmal has stated various reasons for group including the introduction of industrial democracy in workplace where employees are encouraged to participate in decision making that often takes place in group, the complex nature of tasks that requires more than one individual and their perspectives to carry them out effectively, certain tasks in organization that cannot be performed at individual level and thus a group is required to carry them out successfully. Working in group brings out multiple perspectives and viewpoints that can also contribute to the task at hand, and creative ideas and solutions are also generated, and individuals may feel more secured and supported in a group setup. Though an individual's performance may get enhanced or facilitated, while in a group, his or her performance can also get affected. Besides, there could be a number of issues that may interfere with smooth functioning of the group. That will be discussed in the present unit. Groups in this context can be formal or informal. Formal groups are the groups that are created by the organization in a conscious effort in order to promote achievement of the organizational goal and purpose. Thus, there could be a group of employees who are working on a certain project in an organization under a manager. Task forces and committees can be considered as types of formal groups. Task groups can be described as groups that are temporary in nature and are mainly established in order to carry out certain tasks and achieve the common purpose or goals assigned to them. Committees, on the other hand, are relatively more permanent, are involved in dealing with certain assignments that may not be a part of the work group structures that are usual. Besides formal groups, an organization may also have various informal groups that are not deliberately created by an organization but emerge as a result of employees in the organization sharing certain common interests. Informal groups can be interest groups, example, employees coming together in demand for certain facilities, friendship group, recreational group, and so on. In an organization, it is extremely important to focus on informal groups as they can, in certain situations, facilitate organizational functioning or can even interfere with it. Stages of group development. Any group, whether formal or informal, will go through stages of group development. There are a number of models available that discuss the stages of group development. In the present unit, the 5-stage model by Bruce Struckman will be discussed. The 5 stages that have been stated by this model are 1. Forming. This is the initial stage that is denoted by some agreement amongst the members, though there might exist ambiguity and lack of clarity with regard to the purpose of the group as well as the role expected from the members. The group at this stage requires necessary guidance and direction that they need to follow. The leader plays an important role here in bringing about clarity with regard to the purpose of the group and the role that each member is expected to play. 2. Storming. This stage is characterized by conflict that the members may indulge in as there are power struggles between them, cliques and factions get established. Though during this stage there is some clarity in terms of purpose of the group, though certain uncertainties may continue to exist. During this stage, each member in a way is assessed by the other in terms of trustworthiness, comfort, and acceptance. The leader mainly plays a role in coaching the group members. 3. Norming. During this stage, there is increased clarity in the roles and responsibility of the group members. There is also increased agreement and consensus amongst the members. The group at this stage focuses more on the decision-making process and the task achievement is also highlighted. The leader at this stage mainly needs to play a role of a facilitator. 4. Performing. This stage is denoted by vision that is clear. There is also clarity with regard to the purpose of the group. The group focuses mainly on the achievement of the group goal and decision-making. Any disagreements among the group members are also adequately resolved. The group in a way gains maturity that contributes to the effective performance of the group. The leader can play a role in delegation of work and overseeing the functioning of the group. 5. Adjourning. This is the fifth and the last stage of group development. The task is accomplished and thus the group can now adjourn and move on to other tasks. The group members may display a good feeling and sense of achievement as the group goal is achieved. The leader here plays an important role of recognizing the contributions of the group members. Determinants of group productivity. As was discussed by us, working in a group does to a greater extent enhances the overall achievement of the task or objective. But it is also important to understand the determinants of group productivity that is discussed in this section of the unit. The significant determinants of group productivity are group size, group composition, group norms, group cohesiveness, and group leadership. These determinants can have an impact group productivity, but can also influence employee productivity and job satisfaction. These are discussed in details. 1. Group size. Group size denotes the number of members in the group. This is one of the significant determinants of group productivity because there are both advantages and disadvantages of having a small or large group, and there could be debate over what an ideal size of a group should be. There may not be an ideal size though, and the size of the group will depend on again number of aspects including the nature of the work or functions to be carried out by the group and number of members the group leader will be able to effectively supervise, termed as span of control. The span of control will also be determined by various factors like the extent of subordinate training, the ability to delegate work to others as displayed by the supervisor, the rate at which change takes place in an organization, and the extent of personal contact that exists between the employees in an organization. The impact that the size of the group has on the group performance or outcome will depend mainly on the two forces that are opposite and on the balance between these two forces. As the group size increases, there is also an increase in the resources that can enhance the accomplishment of the task. However, as the group size increases, issues related to coordination and organization may crop in. A large group as such could be more difficult to organize and manage, and this can have an impact on the group performance and management. Thus, it is important to have an optimal group size that will not only make available adequate resources but also allows effective coordination and organization. The group leader does play an important role here, and a lot will also depend on the nature of the task and goal to be achieved. 2. Group composition. This is the next aspect that can have an impact on the group productivity. This mainly discusses the similarity or dissimilarity amongst the group members in terms of the demographic factors like age, gender, personal traits, background of the members, and so on. Though there is no concrete answer as such to whether a group having members with similar background will perform better or members with dissimilar background will perform better, composition of the group, keeping in mind the nature of the task, can play an important role. A simpler task may require a group that is more homogeneous, whereas with regard to complex tasks, heterogeneous group will bring in more diverse views and opinions and thus can be beneficial. Further, with regard to the personal traits of the members in the group, certain traits like being stable and responsible, dependable, being self-reliant can be considered as significant amongst the members for them to perform in tandem with each other. FIROB, Fundamental Interpersonal Relations Orientation Theory, can also be discussed in this context, that mainly focuses on how individuals adjust or orient themselves to others. The theory also emphasizes the significance of compatible needs. The theory highlights the three compatible needs, namely inclusion, control, and affection. Thus, the groups that have compatible needs amongst their members will perform better when compared to groups that do not have compatible needs amongst their members. 3. Group norms. This is yet another aspect that can have an impact on the group productivity. Norms can be described in simple terms as standards of behavior that the group members are expected to adhere to in the group, and these norms are common to all the group members and develop as a result of gradual process in congruence with the development of the group. These norms may or may not be written and could also be implicit or explicit. Norms could be related to performance, teamwork, communication amongst the members, interpersonal relationship, honesty, training and development, change, innovation, leadership, and so on. Girdham stated 4 norms that are found in a group. They are 1. Fairness. There has to be fairness and equitability in the contributions of the group members towards group activity. 2. Reciprocity. Group members need to display reciprocity, that is, if one of the group members is helpful towards another, then this group member needs to reciprocate. 3. Reasonableness. The behavior of the group members needs to be rational and reasonable, and they should not exploit each other in any way. 4. Role expectation. This mainly denotes the expectation with regard to role that the group members are expected to play or carry out. Group norms play a significant role as the central values of the group are expressed through the norms, and they also regulate the behavior of the group members, thus enhancing group functioning. Group norms are also a reflection of the nature of the group. Norms thus serve as guiding principles that determine the group members' behavior and also help in dealing with any deviant behavior. Group norms are most often accepted by the large number of group members and focus more on group behavior than the feeling and thoughts of the members. Norms cover the significant aspects of a group and play an important role in management of the group. Any deviation from the group norms is dealt with by varying degrees of tolerance, and this will also depend on the status of the individual in the group as well as the norm that was violated. Non-compliance and compliance of the group norms often meets with punishment and reward respectively. It is also important to note that norms are as such difficult to change or modify. Thus, group norms are relevant and play a significant role in enhancing group productivity. 4. Group cohesiveness. This is yet another aspect that is significant in the context of group productivity. Cohesion can be described as the degree to which the members of the group are attracted to the group and to one another. Group cohesiveness is often termed as the cement that binds the group members together. Festinger, Shatter, and Back define group cohesion as the total field of forces causing members to remain in the group. Various factors like similarity between the group members, openness displayed by them, trust, and so on can have an impact on group cohesion. Cohesiveness of the group is also determined by the needs of the group members, the nature and type of group activities, the past experience of the group, mainly in terms of failures and success, and also the incentive properties related to the group membership. A group that displays high cohesiveness is more likely to work effectively, and the interaction and coordination between the members is also enhanced. High cohesiveness is also linked with high satisfaction, morale, and motivation. It also leads to increased achievement of group goals, better communication, increased loyalty, and reduction in absenteeism and turnover. 5. Group leadership. Besides the above factors, the group leadership will also play an important role in group productivity. A leader plays an important role in not only directing the group activities towards the group goal, but also has significant influence on the group members and their behavior. The leadership style to be adopted will also depend on the nature of the group and task. In an organizational setup, the focus should also be on leaders of informal groups besides the leader of formal group.
We were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program. Course code Mmpc 011, titled Social Processes and Behavioral Issues. Course coordinator Professor Srilata. Voiceover by Renuka. Edited by Ashok Sharma. Program assisted by Tarannum Jahan. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.